yours.
Hello, everyone. I know it's been a while since we've been on.
In there.
Sometimes things get away from us.
My goodness, all these
But
pens.
it's time for Jesus, Java,
Gosh.
and Sister Time.
My word.
I'm Lori, and this
yes.
is Jamie.
Why do people put things like that in this?
Jamie, I have it recorded, girl.
I've got to get this.
Jamie, I have it recorded.
I'm sorry. I may have company tonight, Lori. I've got to get this
We're
right.
recording.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm ready. I'm so sorry.
Today's talk is going to be about Mary and
Martha. You may have already guessed that, right? Okay. I'm going to tell you a little story. And it starts out in Luke 10, if you want to follow along. And Jesus and his disciples, they were traveling. They were going to this little small village. And once Jesus got there, he came to this village and a woman opened the door. Her name was Martha. And she welcomed him in. She has a sister that was there. Her name's Mary. And Mary was sitting at the feet of Jesus. Martha, Martha, the Lord answered, you are worried and upset about all these things. Kind of like what I was doing here. But only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better. She has decided to sit at my feet, and I'm not taking that away from her.
The Bible tells us that Mary, Martha, is the one that welcomes Jesus into her home. She is the one, she had to have been excited because she's the one that welcomed him in. She wanted him to come into her home. How many times do we want Jesus into our home, but we get so distracted by everything else going on? I know I have. When I was studying this, Reuben, my husband, had called me several times. Our AC had went out in our house, so the air conditioner man was there fixing it. About the time I'm studying, he kept coming in and out. Yes. And I was getting texts and calls, and then I had my grandkids running through the house shooting Nerf guns at each other. I'm like, of all the times, this is the time I chose to do all this. But I had a choice.
That's right.
To study or to get distracted by everyday life.
We all get consumed and busy with the daily task of life. That's easy to do. We're human. But deep inside of us, instead of having that desire to have the cleanest house or prepare the best meal, we need to have a hunger for Jesus.
That's right.
We don't need to worry about more head knowledge or the more do's, but let's hunger for that heart-to-heart intimacy. There are many things that's going to hold us back. There's no doubt about that. But when we get exhausted and we say, oh my gosh, now I'm supposed to do my devotional and now I've got this scripture to read, oh my, Lori, my life is already like a blender stuck on frappe.
That's a good place to be stuck on. No, I'm just kidding. We've all let distractions get us at times.
Yeah.
So, all of us have to be guilty of that.
Yeah, we are.
But Jesus wants us to know that there is a time to be a servant. There is a time to cook and clean and prepare. But that's the key word, prepare in advance.
Yeah.
You can't do it when the master, you welcome him in. He's there.
Yeah.
He's ready for fellowship. He's ready to talk and commune with you. And then he or she welcomes in her house and then takes off. That because she had to come to him and ask, Mary, what are you, God, Jesus, can you get her to help me?
Yeah.
She wanted help. The Bible says Martha welcomed him into her home. And where was Mary? She was, immediately. Jesus comes in the house and the next thing you know, she's at his feet. She instantly connected with him when he comes into that house. And she sits at his feet.
She did. And it's easy, guys, to be stuck in the Martha mindset and think how she's a perfectionist.
Yes.
It's appealing Those perfectionist tendencies, oh man, that's appealing, isn't it? She is the original Martha Stewart. But you know what? What would be right for Jesus to say? Are you going to say, oh my gosh, where's my silver tray? Where's that fine china? Not Mary. She only had eyes for Jesus. Martha, she wasn't applauded because she was in there preparing the finest meal. Jesus stated and said specifically, Mary has chosen what is better.
That's right. She did. It said, you know what sitting at his feet represents? Honor.
Yeah.
Worshiping.
Yeah.
Setting time aside just for him.
Yeah.
He walks through the door, sits down. I mean, I'm picturing this.
Yes.
Sits down, and she goes to his feet. She don't even have to think, oh, I have all of this stuff. It just says she's at his feet.
Yeah.
She recognized the Messiah, the Master is here. I need to be right at his feet. I want to intently hear everything he has to say. I want his heart. I need to know what he has to say.
You know, it's easy to think how Mary's the sunlight to Martha's thunder, but like Lori said, that intimacy, she's talking about that living room intimacy where you just sit at the feet of Jesus. And, you know, part of me, I'm going to be honest with you, part of me is Martha. I am like that. I've got so much to do. But ladies, the better choice, what is it? Sitting at Jesus' feet, that living room intimacy that only we can get when we're focused on him.
That's right. You know, I think there's a Martha in all of us.
Yeah.
And I think there's a Mary in all of
I
us.
do too.
But it's all about choices.
It is.
Mary instantly chose the better, and Jesus was not going to take that from her. In Ephesians 6:15 it says, and having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. And I looked up the word shod, and it's covering. It is wearing foot gear. It is external covering. It protects. So he is wanting us to guard ourselves, protect ourselves, prepare ourselves so that we will be full of peace to carry that gospel wherever we went. So when Jesus walked in there, it instantly, if she was feeling anxiety and peace, when he walked in, it left. Mary had that peace. So she had to prepare herself in advance and wanted that. She carried that with her. So when they collided, those two, Jesus and her collided, I can just picture her melting at his feet and just soaking up every word he had to speak.
But they both had a choice. We all have a choice, ladies. She chose what was more important, what was better at the time. You know, Martha, she didn't open her heart. She and May have opened the door to let Jesus in, but she didn't open her heart. And she almost missed out on a big opportunity. Ladies, in Luke 10:40 it says, Martha was distracted by the preparations that had to be made. And she said, Lord, don't you care? You know, me and Lori, we talked about that living room intimacy. Guys, intimacy and relationships is not based on proximity. We're sitting close together right here. And I love her. We have a good relationship. But we didn't get it from our business. We got it from taking the time, listening to one another's heart, and spending that time at each other's feet.
And even when, if we didn't agree, we learned to work those things out. That's what relationship is about.
That's
Because
right.
sometimes we don't always agree with Jesus. I'm just being honest. We don't get what he's doing. But if we will line up with him, everything will work out. He'll smooth it out. And that's how we had to learn with our relationship, is to trust each other and that we both mean the very best for each other. When we're talking, we don't have to agree to love each other. We don't have to agree on every decision we make. But what we have to do is love and back each other and be there for each other. That's what building a relationship is. That's what Mary wanted to do at the feet of Jesus. She wanted to learn about him. She wanted to know his heart. So she was sitting in the correct place to receive that.
Her heart was open. That's right, Lori. Just like our hearts are open in order to build on our relationship. You know, guys, I get frustrated. I'm not going to lie. I sometimes get upset and have to say, whoa, Jamie, when things go unnoticed and unrewarded, sometimes that's human nature. But Lori, I've never got a standing ovation for my tacos. And I sure don't get a bow when I bring out the homemade tortillas. And I don't get a reward for my toilet to be sparkling white. You know, I want to tell you though, listen, seriously, the closer we get and draw to the heart of Jesus, the more we'll see his heart for the world, and we'll understand and be able to see others through the eyes of Jesus. The only thing we need for that deeper friendship with God is being available. We have to be available to one another.
Right.
For us to do this video, we had to be available to one another.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, when we get so focused on the cares of the world, we lose our focus
We do.
on Jesus.
You're right.
We lose our focus, and that's what happened to Martha.
Yeah.
She was excited. I believe she wanted him in her home.
Yeah,
She
I do
wanted
too. Right.
to be there with him, but in her mind, her priority was, oh, he's here. I got to get all this stuff ready. And so she's busy without thinking, I should be at his feet. Forget about this stuff. When Mary, who didn't even invite him into her home, instantly realized, oh, there he is. The master's here. I'm going to be at his feet. I'm going to be at the feet of Jesus.
You know, we can all reach that living room intimacy with God, but today, let me tell you, I want to challenge you, ladies, and I'm challenging myself too. I want to challenge you to let Jesus transform not only your mindset, but your heart. And he wants to speak specific things to your heart. He has a lot to tell you, ladies. But you know what? We need to remember it's about that proximity, like I talked about. That proximity of being close, not distracted, not worried about the cares of this world. Like Lori said, there's a time and place for that. But let's go even one step further. Let's take it and break it down one piece at a time. We need to first focus sitting at the feet of Jesus and less time preparing the table. Choose what's best. Choose what Mary chose.
Amen.
And that's best.
That's good. We need to choose what is
We do.
best. We need to choose Jesus because he has chosen us.
Yeah.
And he has made the time for you. He loves us. Sitting at his feet is where we need to be.
Yes.
There is a time and place for all of us to be servants, to serve each other.
That's right.
But there is also more time that we need to be in his presence, because when
amen.
we're in his presence, we will have the heart to serve,
Yes.
and we will be able to discern
That's
when
right.
we need to serve and when we need to be at his feet. Sometimes we are so used to serving that we forget we need to be at the feet of Jesus.
That's right.
Let's have a heart after
Yeah.
Jesus. I heard, I cannot even remember what the saying is from, but my son had come home from this camp or something, and he said that he heard them say that this person say, I just want to be so much on fire for God that I want to stand up and so everybody could watch me burn for Jesus. We need to be burning on fire for Jesus. That's what we need to be, at his feet.
That's right. You can't do it, guys, when you're distracted. You can't do it in the busyness of your kitchen making tacos. We've got to have our mindset focused and right. Lori, you know, we didn't get to share about our shirts.
Oh.
Guys, this is so neat. We didn't know we were going to get these shirts, and we want to read it to you. It says, with Jesus in her heart and coffee in her hand, she is unstoppable. And you guys can be unstoppable too, but like Lori said, we've got to have Jesus in our heart, our mindset set at his feet. That's where we're going to reach that.
Yes. And about our shirts, I just want to say this. We had a little shirt fairy.
We did.
I'm not going to mention Tasha's name or anything.
No, it was
We won't
the
mention
fairy.
Natasha's name.
No, but it was the fairy that came to our
Yeah,
house.
the shirt fairy.
Yeah.
But anyways, she loves us. We love her, and we thank her very much.
Yeah. There you go.
We love you, ladies, and it's been a blessing and awesome.
It has been a blessing, ladies, and I want to show you. I don't know if you guys noticed
I
our
was
new
like, what are you
cups.
doing?
Jesus, Java, and Sister Time. Get on Facebook and go to for the mom crafts. I'm so sorry. Samantha, thank you. Samantha Whitehead made my cup. I appreciate it. Kira, I love you very much. I got to teach her this year.
And my aunt is the one that made mine. And I'm going to make a page for her deal.
Yeah.
Very awesome.
We love
Anyways, we
all.
love you. God
We
bless
love you.
you.
Ladies. Bless you.